Operation of the 501-N panel is as follows. Filler on button, filler off to stop the filling cycle. In the run position, if the bag and place signal is on at the end of the fill cycle, it will dump. In the hold, it will not dump. Typically used for automatic bagging systems. We can manually dump the weigh hopper at any time using this button. Power, fast filling, slow filling cycle, dump ready, meaning that the filling cycle is ended and the weight is complete. Hopper dumping, which means the weigh hopper is open and dumping. And then here we have indicator lights just to assist with troubleshooting and whatnot. Wand switch or foot pedal to close the clamp. And then our dump switch was which is our bag and place switch to allow the filler to dump. And then we have our power on off. Up here on the WC 1010 weight controller, we have our bag counter here. We have formula or recipe 5 selected, which is 18.1 kgs. We have our 0 button here. So normally when we start the filler up, we would just discharge, dump a couple times, zero out any buildup, and then go ahead and turn it on. Here we have our F1 is our operator settings. Right now there is no password here, so enter and enter. And then the operator, we use the number 2 button to arrow down. The operator can change the values here. Now, these values are only temporarily changed because when we call up another recipe or recall that recipe, it'll go back to the supervisor settings. Number 2, F2, we select our recipe or our formula. So we press, let's say we want to go to recipe number 2 and then F1 to exit. So we see formula recipe 2 is a 7 kilo. Number 3, this shows our bag counter value here. And if we had the auto weight adjustment on, it would show the weight values here. If we want to clear the bag counter, we just push F2 and that clears out the bag count. The total weight value we don't typically use. And then we F2, then F4 gets us into the supervisor portion area where the supervisor can set up all the weight parameters that are stored there permanently. We have also F4 is pounds and kilos. We can alternate between pounds and kilos. So we'll just run a cycle here. If we turn it on, so this is a double cylinder gravity gate. So both fast and slow cylinders are activated at the beginning of the cycle and the display reads fast. When we come up and hit the fast fill set point, we'll see it drops down to fine, which is slow filling. So now we see slow filling here. And then when we reach our target weight, our ready, meaning ready to dump, our dump ready light comes on. And then now if we give our dump switch, the scale will dump until the weight in the hopper reaches 0, and then it will stop dumping. The clamp will release and it'll start the new fill cycle. To shut it off, we hit the stop button and that will end the filling cycle. If it's the last bag, then we would put the bag on the clamp and then hit the discharge push button to empty the weigh hopper. And that is the 501-N control panel.